Okay, so look at Bayonetta at 21:9. This is one hell of a ride. I really don't know what to say about this insane, crazy gameplay. But regardless, first and foremost on the ultra-wide support, things aren't great. Natively, the game just black bars everything. However, the brilliant Jack Foost has come to the rescue again and created a fixed exe file for you to use. Links to everything in the description. To install the fix, just download the file, extract the exe, and simply replace the original game exe with the newly downloaded one and launch the game like normal in Steam. Gameplay will now show off more on the sides of the screen at all moments with no stretching or zooming issues, and I saw no clipping or pop-in issues either. The HUD is locked to 16:9, and whilst I usually prefer it locked to the very edges, it doesn't bother me here. And screen effects like taking damage use the entire screen space, which looks gorgeous. The in-game menus and main menus are all ultra-wide, and whilst they do have certain screens which show the normal 16:9 section cutting off abruptly, the extra 21:9 screen space doesn't really ever have black bars except for very individual moments, but instead uses some variant of the background colour. You can see what I mean behind. It means they all work very nicely. There are moments, a good example being the Angel Attack shooting minigame, where the screen overlay of an arcade machine covers the 16:9 screen space but stops abruptly at the 16:9 edge, and the 21:9 extra screen space shows the game environment behind. But again, it's fine. Obviously it would be nice for the overlay to fill the screen, but I prefer having no black bars first and foremost. Cutscenes are a crazy mix of stuff. Pre-rendered ones are either stretched to fill the screen or black barred on the sides. I can't work out how it decides between the two, but I would rather all moments to be black barred so we at least keep the image undistorted. In-game cutscenes, however, are fully ultra-wide, showing off more on the sides perfectly, which is beautiful. Finally, loading screens are ultra-wide with your combo list on the right-hand side, but the only, issue with having an old game running on a powerful PC is you don't get longer than a split second to see this before the game loads, so no practicing can be done. However, that's hardly a bad thing. Performance-wise, it is an old game and runs beautifully now. It's a fantastic PC port beyond the fact that they didn't support 21:9, and I'm running highest everything settings on a GTX 1080 at 3440x1440 and can maintain 60 FPS at all times. Of note, the game is frustratingly locked to 60 FPS, which I'll never be happy about. The only real performance gripe I have is there is a lot of screen tearing with this, which shouldn't happen as I'm running a G-Sync monitor, so I'm kind of lost as to why it's happening. I tested other games to make sure it wasn't my PC being weird, but no, it is just this game. Hopefully with the future patch it can be ironed out. It's not massively intrusive, it doesn't happen all the time, but it is still noticeable. There are also frequent moments where the game stutters, pretty much just when it's loading a new level. You'll just lose FPS for brief moments before it catches up, but I'm sure with a fast enough SSD this could be nullified. The good news is that the devs have announced ultra-wide support is coming, and they are currently testing it out, which means we shouldn't need to use a mod to get things working pretty soon, but I'll do a video update for you guys when that happens. Now, as for what this game is like, I have never played Bayonetta before, so I was completely unaware as to what to expect, and really the only word to describe it is mental. If you play Devil May Cry, then you kind of know what this style of gameplay is like. It's just crazy. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it's all about looking cool whilst killing, basically. It's just a great, light-hearted time, with lots of bloody violence thrown in. You have many types of combos to utilize, and weapons to kill all kinds of indescribably weird enemies. You can upgrade all this. As a witch, you have special powers to unleash epic magic fists and feet and dragons and birds and everything to kill your enemies. It can all be upgraded too, so you get better weapons and moves, etc. And pretty much it's brilliant at doing what it's trying to do. It's totally linear, and that works perfectly for this. Most conversations are just text-based, with the characters pulling poses in the background, which is funny, and basically, if the gameplay looks up your street, then the likelihood is you will love this game. The story seems very confusing at the start, and it is still kind of weird to follow, but it still is interesting. For some reason I am hooked on it, even though it's one of the most absurd things I've ever played through. The game also controls very well, with only some minor camera movement issues, and yeah, it totally gets a recommendation from me. I'm also going to give it a WideAsFcuk score of 3, with native support coming soon. Let's hope this can get even higher. So I hope that gives you some information on the game runs at 21:9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful, and subscribe for future info. For any of the games at 21:9, head over to my channel or the WideAsFcuk website. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below with what you'd like to see and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to support the channel, links to my Patreon page in the description and Amazon affiliate links are there too. See you later.
You